Nobody here. Good evening. Welcome to the Town of Milton Committee of Adjustment and Consent. My name is Mark Klug and I'm the chair of this committee. The 5 members of this committee are citizens of the Town of Milton and are appointed by Town Council for a 4-year term. We are appointed to act upon matters respecting the Committee of Adjustment and Consent in accordance with sections 44 and 45 of the Planning Act. The other committee members in attendance tonight are Mr. Tyler Slatt, Mr. Salman Elahi, Mr. Chris Trombino, and Ms. Tharshi Javier. Agenda announcements. Are there any announcements or agendas?
There are none, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much. Disclosures of pecuniary interest. Do any committee members have a pecuniary conflict of interest with respect to any of the applications on tonight's agenda? No, we're all good. Thank you. Housekeeping items. Tonight's meeting is set in the agenda. Only those matters before the committee will be discussed. This meeting is not the appropriate forum to discuss property standards issues, property taxes, or any other general complaints to the town. Please contact the town during normal business hours to discuss these and any other matters. Really echoing. All written correspondence provided to the Secretary-Treasurer has been issued to the members and is now part of the public record and hereby read into evidence. In order for the committee to approve an application, the majority of members present must satisfy themselves that the application satisfies the applicable requirements of the Planning Act. If there is a tie vote, the application is denied. Applicants or their agent would automatically receive a copy of the committee's decision. If anyone else would like a copy of the decision, please contact the Secretary-Treasurer. All decisions are subject to a 20-day appeal period, during which time any decision could be appealed by only the applicant, the municipality, certain public bodies, and the minister to the Ontario Land Tribunal. If you wish to appeal a decision, please contact the Secretary-Treasurer. So, moving on to minutes. With respect to the minutes of our meeting dated Thursday, April 25th, 2024, I have a motion moved by Tyler Slatt, seconded by Salman Elahi, that the minutes from the Thursday, April 25th, 2024 Committee of Adjustment meeting be approved. Any discussion from the members on those minutes? Seeing none, all those in favor, please raise your hand. So that motion carries. Okay, here we go. So the first item for consideration is A24-018M, 824 Sumac Crescent. You're here for the second one, sir? Okay, so there's no public and there's no agent, so I'm going to ask the planner, which I believe is Madison, if you could just give us a, are you here for Sumac Crescent? Yes. Are you the agent owner? Yes, I'm the agent. Come on up. You're spared. There, man. Okay, so, sir, if you could state your name and if you are indicate if you're the owner or the agent, please. Thank you. If you could tell the committee what variances you're applying for, an explanation of the purpose and reasons for the application, and why you feel it's minor in nature, and you have the floor for 5 minutes.
Okay. So actually we are applied for the second dwelling unit in the basement, and there is a requirement of 3 parking spaces. And we have 1 in the garage and the 2 at the driveway. But at the driveway there is a column which is restricting the requirement of 2.75 meters. And we have 2.53 meters, which is, we are shorting off like 0.22 meters. So that's why we applied for the permits, for the variance, so that we can get the second dwelling unit permit. Okay.
Sorry. I have a motion moved by Salman Elahi, seconded by Christopher Trombino, that the application for a minor variance be approved subject to the following conditions. That a building permit application be obtained within 2 years from the date of this decision, and 2, that the approval be subject to an expiry of 2 years from the date of decision if the conditions are not met, if the proposed development does not proceed, and or a building permit is not secured. Are there any discussion on the motion as read? All those in favor, please raise your hand. So that is approved. There is that 20-day appeal period, though, sir. Thank you. Can I keep going? Yep. Okay. So we're on to number 2 on the agenda, which is 1483 Kitchen Court. Sir, if you'd like to come up. And if you could just indicate, turn on the microphone first, please. Yeah, if you could sign in, sir, that'd be great. Thank you. If you could, so if you could state your name and if you are the agent or the owner, please, first.
Mohammed Sayed with McWays Inc., 6 Ripon Street, and I'm the agent.
Thank you very much. If you could tell the committee what variances you're applying for, an explanation of the purpose and the reasons for the application, and why you feel it's minor in nature, and you have the floor for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So the application before committee today is to approve, and we're actually requesting 2 variances. The first one pertaining to parking. Due to the column projection on the driveway, there is a limited parking space width of 2.46 meters for each space. However, 2 spaces are still provided, and as per the correspondence sent over to the city and the committee adjustment, it's clear that 2 vehicles can be parked on the driveway side by side. The second variance is to install a landing and stairs that will facilitate entrance into an existing door for the secondary unit. We feel that this is minor in nature because this line does not propose any ill impacts for drainage. There's sufficient space for still draining for regular water to drain through the property. And again, the staff report also recommends the same. If any questions, glad to answer. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Does the committee have any questions of the agent? None? You can just turn off your mic and have a seat. There is no public in the audience, so we'll turn it right over to the planner. Does the committee have any questions of the planner, which I believe is Madison? Right? Yes. None. All right, then we will go straight to motion. I have a motion moved by Tharshi Javier, seconded by Tyler Slatt, that the application for minor variance be approved subject to the following conditions. That a building permit application be obtained within 2 years from the date of this decision, and 2, that the approval be subject to an expiry of 2 years from the date of decision if the conditions are not met, if the proposed development does not proceed, and or a building permit is not secured. Is there any discussion on the motion as read? Seeing none, all those in favor, please raise your hand. So that is approved, sir, and there is that 20-day appeal period. Thank you. And that, I believe, are all the applications we have tonight. Is there any other business? Seeing none, the next meeting is Thursday, June 27th at 6 p.m., I believe. And you said, Scott, about 7 confirmed. Okay. So we'll be here a bit longer. Thanks. So unless there are any other questions, I'm going to adjourn at 6:08 p.m. Thank you all for attending.